Then all the graduates will then join in 2 rows at a time, and we process all the way down the back, all the way down the walkway, down to the statues, down the bottom, and then you're just near the refreshment tent. Okay, everybody's welcome for refreshments after the ceremony's finished. It'll give you a chance to catch up with family and friends.
Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends here on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you are all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of the other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames and photography services are available in the atrium building next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it there today. In a moment, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic of Macquarie University, Professor John Simons, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed and you're invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Mr. Tobin.
Thank you. Waraminalawa. Hello and welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for acknowledging us and for the invitation to welcome you all here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabarongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. As such, he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie himself, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement is our advancement. Now, this is probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by the strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back got distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we get it right. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a benchmark or a model on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered at Botany Bay as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts and jails. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state. Our rivers and waterways were clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done for the past 20,000 years here. Now remember, this is not an ideal or a dream. This was normal life, and not very long ago either. And there's little reason to believe that we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there are a lot more of us now, but we're a clever people, and there's still much magic in the world. So I would say expect great and wonderful things from your lives. We know life is meant to be good, and we're meant to be happy. So I would say keep following the beautiful spirit that prompted you to get this far, and see where that takes us. Together we can probably put together a world that is worthy of our children and one we can be proud of. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Welcome to country. Yana, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor John Simons.
Thank you, Chris, for that welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my great privilege as Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. And before we start, just to note that I see there's one or two babies and very young children around. Babies cry, young children get bored. Don't worry about it. Stay put. We'll put up with it. We'll live with it. We've all heard it before. So don't feel embarrassed, don't feel you have to go. Gosh. Okay. First, I welcome our graduands. And I hope this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. You should take pride in your graduation today because completing a degree isn't easy. You need to be intelligent and to have an inquiring mind. And whatever you think about yourselves, you've proved that you really do have those things. You need determination and you need a lot of perseverance. And we know that you've made many sacrifices to be here today. But it's all paid off, and I congratulate each one of you on your achievement. But I also want to welcome those of you who are sitting beside and behind our graduands as their guests, because you've all done well too. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives, is a proof that you've been an important influence. So, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons, daughters, grandmothers, grandfathers, friends, husbands, wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, congratulations. And thank you for coming to celebrate this occasion with us. But I have a job for you on behalf of our new graduates. I want you to make sure that the degrees that they get today are never, ever put in a drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a prominent position. So if our newest graduates are too modest to proclaim their success, you do it for them. Now, the ceremony we're about to participate in today is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And there are some 50 universities in the world that can trace their history back more than 500 years. And actually, there are very, very few institutions in the world of any kind that are more than 500 years old. We, of course, at Macquarie are a relatively young university, and we celebrated our 50-year anniversary, our Golden Jubilee, last year. And on mentioning that, I do want to say to all of our graduands, in a few minutes you'll be walking across the stage and getting your parchment. This university was built for no other reason than for you each to do that. The whole history of the university culminates every time one of you crosses this stage. So feel that it's an important moment. Our university takes its name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Lachlan Macquarie, whose greatness and achievements were not acknowledged in his own time, but have been by history. Macquarie was a great builder, but his legacy has nothing to do with bricks and mortar, but rather in the vision he had for establishing an egalitarian society in Australia, a society where there was no distinction made between the free and the freed, and the idea of a fair go. And it's that legacy that here at Macquarie we strive to maintain and to honour. And in our first 50 years, we've come a long way. We've got 150,000 graduates in more than 140 countries. We're a modern and outlooking university. We're regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities, a reputation we're keen to enhance through the quality of our research, our courses and our facilities. We're a university of service and engagement, and we wish to engage with the world around us. And on your way onto campus today, you may have seen our prestigious Macquarie University Hospital, which is used by students, professional and academic staff in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. We are the only university in Australia to have our own private hospital. You may have seen our library, which provides a 21st century learning and research environment and has the only robotic book retrieval system in Australia. And more recently, we opened the Australian Hearing Hub, a world-leading institute dedicated to advances in hearing, speech and language sciences. So we're always looking forward and we're always trying to move forward. But there are some things that we value that we will not change. We will not change the friendliness of the staff and students that all of our visitors notice and comment upon. We won't change the egalitarian vision and values that are such an important part of our heritage. and we won't change, we'll protect the unique and beautiful park-like grounds that make our campus so distinctive and so enjoyable. And I hope, graduands and visitors, that it's these things that will stay in your memory and remind you of your time at Macquarie, and we hope that you'll maintain those memories and links through your membership of our alumni network. You'll always be welcome here. The university has a very clear and straightforward mission, and that is to transform and improve people's lives, not just of our own students, but also of people around the globe, by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruits of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in learning and teaching and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, we wish to be an ideal community of scholars. And in a few moments, graduands, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and to welcome you as lifelong communities of Macquarie University alumni. It's now my pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker. Professor Natalie Klein is Professor at Macquarie University Law School. She teaches and researches in different areas of international law with a focus on the law of the sea and international dispute settlement. Professor Klein is the author of Dispute Settlement and the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, which was published by Cambridge University Press, and has recently completed a manuscript for Oxford University Press entitled Maritime Security and the Law of the Sea. She regularly provides advice, undertakes consultancies and interacts with the media on law of the sea issues. Prior to joining Macquarie, Professor Klein worked in the international litigation and arbitration practice of De Beauvois and Plimpton LLP, served as counsel to the government of Eritrea, and was a consultant in the Office of Legal Affairs at the United Nations. Her master's and doctoral degrees in law were earned at the Yale Law School. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure to invite Professor Natalie Klein to deliver the occasional address.
Good afternoon, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. It is an absolute privilege for me to be able to deliver the occasional address today. I've been working at Macquarie for over 10 years now, and I am a regular attendee at these graduation events, and I have to say they are usually the happiest days in the year in the Macquarie calendar. I will acknowledge, though, that I was not always so enamoured with the idea of graduation ceremonies and was a little inconsistent with attendance at my own graduations. I actually managed to avoid going to my first university graduation, which was for my Bachelor of Arts. So if there are those among you who are here, perhaps because of family blackmail, duress, came kicking and screaming, I do get it, but it is worth it, and I think in the long run you'll be glad that you are here today. As a result of missing my first graduation ceremony, I instead had to present myself at the Adelaide University Registrar's office to pick up my testamer. And the lady in the office there opened this massive filing cabinet, rustled through all these papers, and finally found my piece of paper and pulled it out. And she looked at it and announced, "Natalie Sue Klein, you worked very hard for this. Well done." The burst of pride I felt at that moment. I had worked hard for it. And I know all of our graduates here today have also worked hard, so well done. But as I left the Registrar's office that day and was thinking about that moment, I had to acknowledge that I wasn't the only one who had worked hard to get to that particular point. There were my parents, who had to do many things, including paying for the electricity so I could constantly heat my room to 30 degrees while I studied, irrespective of time of year. There were my brothers who had to listen to my ceaseless playing of Simon and Garfunkel cassettes while I studied, my friends who had to share the experience with me in putting up with stress and panic attacks and taking me out to blow off steam. They all worked very hard too. And now as a teacher, I have great appreciation of what my colleagues have to do as well to get you all to this point. So I think I would like to first of all stop and take stock of the moment that everyone in this room has worked very hard. Well done. I did then attend my next graduation ceremony, which was for my Bachelor of Laws degree. It was a memorable day, but not actually for the graduation. On that particular day, Martin Bryant went to Port Arthur and killed 35 men, women and children and injured another 23. As we lined up for graduation, we were getting snatches of news about what was happening in Tasmania. There were no smartphones back then to give us the full details. We had to think, what was this world we were entering, armed with our law degrees? The Port Arthur massacre heralded the most significant gun reform legislation that Australia had ever seen, and indeed set a benchmark globally for gun control. As we approach the 20th anniversary of that event, we'll have the opportunity not only to remember the lives that were senselessly cut short that day, but also the chance to examine the significance of that law and its enforcement and what roles they have played in our society. In graduating today with your law degrees, with your degrees in security and policing, you are being empowered to make a contribution to our society, to make a difference in your community. In considering what is happening today, as you graduate, well, quite a different story where today we figure we know that we are swearing in a new Prime Minister for Australia. Again, another significant event in Australian history, and one that will have a fundamental significance on our domestic laws and foreign policy. Also in the news today, we see news about European countries trying to increase and strengthen their border control against irregular migrants. These raise questions about how we go about securing our borders. What are our views on the fundamental importance of the rule of law and our adherence and our protection of human rights? And of course, in the news, we all know we're on the edge of our seats to know if Jared Hayne will be in the starting lineup for the 49ers, and I mention this because it's important to have diverse interests. Nonetheless, with issues like refugee policy, domestic violence, the global economy, responses to terrorism, it should be obvious that law is an inescapable part of the fabric of our society, that security is a touchstone for resolving countless issues. Graduating today, armed with your education, your knowledge, your skills, your understanding, you now have the resources and abilities to make a difference and use what you know for the benefit of many others. My last experience as a graduand was when I completed my doctorate at Yale University. There was a lot of excitement around the graduation ceremony that year because one of Yale's more famous graduates was asked to give the occasional address. Unfortunately, it wasn't Claire Danes or Sigourney Weaver. There were mixed reactions, though, on the return of President George W. Bush to Yale. Among them was some quiet amusement, because it was part of the Yale folklore that President Bush had graduated with what were known as gentlemen's C's, essentially the lowest grade you could get when they didn't want to fail you. In his speech, President Bush congratulated the students who were graduating with A's. And for those graduating with C's, he noted, "You too can be President of the United States." Which all goes to show that even a little education can go a long way. Your education at Macquarie can take you a long way. We heard already, literally, that we have alumni who are now in over 140 countries around the world. But more importantly, I think you need to remember that you're not leaving here just with a piece of paper. You have so much more. As Dean of the Law School, I am often asked about the concerns of producing too many law graduates and what this means for career prospects. As an initial matter, I think the more people who know about law in our society, the better it is. But more particularly, and I think this is true for everyone graduating today, you're leaving with more than your degree. It's the bundle of skills that comes with it, the critical analysis, the problem solving, the written communication, the oral communication, because yes, there was a point in assessing class participation. It's that bundle of skills that will serve you well along diverse paths. It's also the friends and networks you have developed during your time here at Macquarie who can make a professional difference for you. The communities you have established here should be long-lasting and mutually beneficial, so nurture them well. When you combine your education with your skills and abilities and with the shared experiences from your time here at Macquarie, I'm confident that you will fare well in whatever path you choose, or that chooses you. So today, as you graduate, you should be feeling empowered. Empowered to make your education go a long way. You are graduating with degrees that do enable you to make a contribution to our society. So use that power wisely. And you should be feeling very proud. You have all worked hard for your achievements. We all have personal journeys of what we had to overcome or endure to get to this point. And you've made it. Enjoy the moment, and thank you for letting me enjoy it with you.
Thank you, Professor Klein, for those wise words and for taking the time to participate in this celebration. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and to conferring degrees and diplomas on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on the Acting Registrar Craig Oliver formally to certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees or diplomas please stand?
In the name of Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those of you who are absent to the degrees and to the diplomas for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff in this faculty work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems, identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, both past and present. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, English, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, geography and planning, and policing, intelligence and counter-terrorism. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I now call on Professor Ben Shrier, Head of the Department of the Policing, Intelligence and Counter-Terrorism, to present the graduates. Professor Shrier.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to the degree. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology with the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Lauren Elizabeth Lowe. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, David Hammer. Well done. Jessica McMahon. Well done. Benjamin James Rowe. Well done. Luke Salem. Well done. Yannicka Werder, well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with a Bachelor of Laws with honors. Ruth Kohlenberg, well done. Barnaby Thomas MacDonald, well done. GNU Adrian Lowe, well done. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Rachel Alice McNally, well done. Tilly Annalise Moffat, well done. Emma Jane Schultz-Boylan, well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a Bachelor of Laws with honors. Christopher Paul Alfonso, well done. GNU Adrian Lowe, well done. Jonathan Joseph Michael Papworth, well done. Lauren Steer, well done. Han Rung Sun, well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with a Bachelor of Laws with honors. Mashoud Aslami, well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with a Bachelor of Laws with honors. Claire Henty Clifton Barker, well done. Emilia Rupschies, well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the Bachelor of Laws with honors. Thomas Richard Burns, well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science with the Bachelors of Law with honors. Laura Ann Hawke, well done. Hina Rashid Khan, well done. Stephanie Wood. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with a Bachelor of Laws, Kent Kyun Ril Park. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with a Bachelor of Laws, Edwina Rose Carnell. Well done. Jennifer Nicole Cohn. Well done. Matthew John Cowie. Well done. Georgina Dodd. Well done. Taryn Gayat. Well done. James Yegasoti. Well done. Nicole Julia McConaughey. Well done. Jesse Michaelian. Well done. Rebecca Allison Monk. Well done. Tan Thuy Tun Nguyen. Well done. Sarah Park. Well done. Lisa Wong. Well done. Tien Se Yen. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Media with a Bachelor of Laws, Angelica Balis. Well done. Jonathan Khaled Burame. Well done. Tess Bridget Joy Fernham. Well done. Irina Klinina. Well done. Emily Lan An Nguyen. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology with a Bachelor of Laws, Emily Kate Lang. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with a Bachelor's of Laws, Adam Hutchins. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a Bachelor of Laws, Andrew Badawi. Well done. Lisa Barca. Well done. Joel Bustani. Well done. Alexander R. Well done. Mina Hyun. Well done. Nikita Capoeira. Well done. Elias Paul Laleotis. Well done. Anthony Nguyen. Well done. Alessandra Pestepino. Well done. Jaid Rafu. Well done. Christopher Norman Schiethler. Well done. Rebecca Ka-Yan Sun. Well done. Michael Kwok Viet Ta. Well done. Tina Tin Phan Tan. Well done. Bobby Tran. Well done. Deborah Tran. Well done. Anne Vo. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Marketing with a Bachelor of Laws, Aaron Caltabiano. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with a Bachelor of Laws, Daniel Thomas Mernan. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with a Bachelor of Laws, Christopher Dart. Well done. Andrew Peter James Kimball. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with a Bachelor of Laws, Philip Jefferson de Guzman. Lucienne Hughes. Well done. Jessica Lorraine Manty. Well done. Shannon Leah McCarthy. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media with a Bachelor of Laws, Tina Tech. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with a Bachelor of Laws, Kelly Pearson. Well done. Brooklyn Jane Schweers. Well done. Hajime Yamamoto. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science with a Bachelor of Laws, Lachlan Michael Rory Daly. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Denise Abuz Hamad. Well done. Chantal Nathalie Maria A. Well done. Sarah Jane Buck. Well done. Emily Charlotte Rowlands Clinch. Well done. Damien Tae Yun Kim. Well done. Natalie Ann Morton. Well done. Jasmine Mulcahy. Well done. Rebecca Ann Murray, well done. Deanne Nicola Papas, well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Ancient History, Emily Jane Biddle. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Hannah Larson. Well done. Okay. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Michael Bacic. Well done. Karen Louise Berry. Well done. Catherine Bosheff. Well done. Oh, sorry. Alicia Catron. Well done. Alexander Robert Yob. Well done. Annika Elizabeth Mullins. Helen Ann Preston. Well done. Katrina Leigh Keane Turner. Well done. Yong Feng Tso. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Relations with a Master of International Trade and Commerce Law, Charlene Natalie Zora. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Policing, Intelligence and Counterterrorism with a Master of International Security Studies, Brenda Kamahoro Bitangaro. Well done. Nicholas Ivano Krishi. Well done. Stephen William Earnshaw. Well done. Sarah Yanatuono. Well done. Tara Elizabeth Joyce. Cara Marie Kelly. Well done. Taylor J. Michelmore. Well done. Amy Pinheiro. Well done. Macaulay Stock. Well done. Daniel Kevin Wares. Well done. Elise Wood. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Environmental Law, Jane Mary Taylor. Well done. Anita Ogakovic. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Environmental Law, Chasely Ross. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Security Studies, Paul Heath Lee. Well done. William Andrew Mercer. Well done. Naveed Sobeh. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Trade and Commerce Law, Shang Do. Jessica Heliani. Well done. Jiao Jiao Wang. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Policing Intelligence and Counterterrorism, Aaron Sebastian Bond. Well done. Shannon Bowen. Well done. James Chung. Well done. Timothy Collins. Well done. Rosemary Grace Steyer. Well done. Yvette Fielsand. Well done. Melody Francis. Kirk Gifford. Well done. Jakob Hoekslot. Well done. Adrina Karimi. Well done. Diksha Kumar. David McNamara. Well done. Ashley Morton. Jennifer Elizabeth Nash. Well done. Amanda Louise Roston. Well done. Diane Ralph. Well done. Matthew Evan Senaviratne. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Romal Nasseri, for a thesis entitled An Investigation of Crypto Markets Assessing the Online Drugs Trade from the Perspectives of Australian Health and Law Enforcement Agencies. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Philosophy, Robert Stevens Fuller, for a thesis entitled The Astronomy of the Kamilaroi and Yuliani Peoples and Their Neighbors. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Mohamed Eshtea Moabare, for a thesis entitled Suspension of the Fundamental Rights and the Unrestrained Exercise of the Power of Preventive Detention during the Successive Proclamations of Emergency in Bangladesh, a Legal Study. Well done. Dr. Shireen Daft for a thesis entitled The Relationship Between Human Security Discourse and International Law, a Principled Approach. Well done. Dr. Catherine Pavlidis Johnson for a thesis entitled The Reconstructionist Model of Mediation, a Social Constructionist View of the Quest for Meaning to Make Sense of Loss. Well done. Dr. David Mullen for a thesis entitled ASIC and the Secondary Electricity Market. Well done. Dr. Maureen Papas for a thesis entitled Best Practice Approaches to Water Law and Management in a Developed Country Context, Examining International Policies and Principles Within a Federal Framework. Well done. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I call on Mr. Stephen William Earnshaw, who has graduated today with a Master of Policing, Intelligence and Counter-Terrorism with a Master of International Security Studies, to give the graduate response on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. Earnshaw.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests. It is my great pleasure and honour to speak on behalf of my fellow graduates today on this very special occasion. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates on completing their respective degrees. This is no small feat. Those sleepless nights, the stressful moments, the hours in class, they have all been worth it. From this day forth, you can look forward to the satisfaction and pride you will feel now. It has been a long time since I've needed to write a speech, so understandably, I asked a ton of people on advice how best to approach this. Needless to say, the number one piece of advice I got, keep it short. I am sure that all the graduates here today would agree, this journey could not have been possible without the support and guidance of a number of key people. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to recognise these key people and their contributions in supporting us in our studies. On behalf of the graduating class here today, I would like to firstly thank the people behind the scenes that work tirelessly to make the university experience as comfortable and as easy as possible. This includes the volunteers, the student mentors, counsellors, the IT staff, and most importantly, the catering and vendors. If it wasn't for coffee, I would argue there'd be less of us here today. To the lecturers and the expanded academic staff, thank you for sharing your wisdom and moulding our minds. You have provided a standard of learning that has enabled us as graduates to fulfil our academic potential. Your guidance, your advice, your enthusiasm, your passion to teach has been amazing. Thank you, we truly appreciate it. The expertise and diversity of the academic staff is a major factor to why I chose to do my Masters here at Macquarie University. Be it in courses in the practice of intelligence, from a former United States Navy captain, or in peace and conflict studies with a former brigadier of the Australian Army. Your real-world experience and knowledge has inspired us. The experience that I will cherish, and along with the graduates, for our lives well ahead. To our family and friends, who many are in this room right now, your support and guidance has been greatly appreciated. You have supported our dreams. You have watched us develop. Now you are watching us take a huge step in becoming the people we want to be. It is this support that has allowed us the opportunity to succeed and be here today. I speak from the heart and for all the graduates today when I say thank you very much. The age-old graduation question now must be answered. What next? For some, it will be the pursuit of a career that will fulfil the future needs and desires we wish. I do encourage all the graduates to continue discovering and learning. Be Be it exploring the world or furthering your education, the world is now your oyster. Finally, I would like to leave you today with the wise words of one of my lecturers that is extremely appropriate to this moment. The words are, "Never neglect the importance of the relationships you have made on this journey." While getting your education has been important, we are, as university graduates, have been fortunate to learn and develop with people from all around the world. Try and keep in contact. You never know when these networks could bring opportunities in the future. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations again, Stephen, on your degree, and thank you for those reflections on your time at Macquarie University. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Angela Brewer, so please join me in expressing our appreciation again for that superb performance. We also have some other musicians here today. We have our organist, Dr. James Forsyth, and our trumpeter, Melanie McLaughlin. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank some very important people who are the representatives from our alumni community who've come here today to help celebrate this occasion. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage of your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not, we hope, the end of your association with us. From today on and for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie University family, our alumni, and part of a network of over 150,000 graduates, Macquarie graduates, spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope you'll come back here to attend functions, to undertake more study, or simply to visit the campus again. The award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it carries responsibilities. So I urge you to commit yourself to a programme of lifelong learning and inquiry, to set ambitious goals for yourself, and to continue the hard work that's already brought you so far. And I'd urge you, as you go on that journey, to navigate with a compass and not a map, because that way you won't miss the interesting things that you might want to see on the way. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and always to be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. Each and every one of you can make a difference. Each and every one of you can make a change, and you don't have to win the Nobel Prize to do that. Everything you do in your homes, workplace, your communities can make a huge difference. Every effort, every action can reverberate through society and through the decades. Something as simple as a kind word to someone can start them off on a great life, a great career, or a great achievement. And in all you do, I ask you to uphold the good name of our university. I hope also that you will remember the people that have helped you along the way, many of whom are here. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I want you to do two things. First of all, please, graduates, stand up and put your testamers on your chairs and turn around and face your family and friends and give them a good round of applause. Okay, and here on the dais behind me are representatives of the academic staff who's also supported you throughout your journey here, so please join me in thanking them. Sit down now. Okay, shortly I'm going to lead the official party out, and it will be my great honour to invite our newest graduates and their family and friends to join us for refreshments in the marquee overlooking the lake. But before I do, I wish you the very best for your futures and conclude with the words of an old Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
The official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and will be followed by the graduates. Would you please stand and remain standing until the last of the graduates have processed out?